In this video, I'll be teaching the various types of rocks. It is a part of a geology subject. We will discuss how there will be the formation of rocks, how they are formed, what is the process, the chemical process involved in it, and also the various types. The basically three types and the subtypes of the rocks. So let's begin with it. Basically, the rocks are nothing but the naturally occurring soil aggregates that are usually formed from one minerals or a combination of minerals, composite forms. There is a possibility that the rocks is formed only of one mineral, or there is a formation of consider the rock may be formed due to one or more than one minerals. Suppose if the rock is formed only from one mineral, then such rock will be known as a monomineralic, as it consists of only one mineral, any one type of mineral, right? Now let's discuss the various classification of rock. Basically, the rocks are classified into three types. First one is the igneous rocks, second is the sedimentary rocks, and the third one is the metamorphic rocks. These are the main three types of rocks that are naturally available. In this slide, we can also see the sorry for that yeah there are three types of rock. Along with the types of rock, you can also see in the slide the various pictures of the three types of rocks. Actually, there are the examples. For example, the basalt is a type of an igneous rock. Similarly, the limestone, that is a type of a sedimentary rock, and genesis, that is a type of a metamorphic rock. Well, if we see sorry okay, yes, now let us understand the rock cycle. It is very important, it is must to know how the rocks are formed, how there is a relationship between the rocks. Basically, if I see, then the igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks are very interrelated to each other. From one type of rock, the other is formed due to the physical or chemical reactions or processes that are involved. So let's begin with the rock cycle. Well, if we see, then the if can see it is actually the cycle from one on type only the other types are formed. So let us begin with the igneous rock. Igneous rock, due to the weathering and erosion, the sediments are formed. Well, the weathering occurs due to the some physical processes involved or chemical processes involved. Also, the erosions are caused due to the movement, due to the transportation, due to the air or water. There are various causes, factors involved in it. Along with the rain water, also the rocks are formed due to which the sediments are formed. Along the river or lake, also transported through the air, along with the desert soil or etc. Then the sediments are formed. The sediments, due to lithification of the sediments, the sedimentary rocks are formed. Also, from sedimentary, there is also a reverse process. You can see from sedimentary rocks, the sediments are formed. Similarly, as the weathering and erosion occurs along for the igneous rock, the sedimentary rocks also causes the weathering and erosion, which forms the sediments. Now, the sedimentary rocks, due to metamorphism, causes the formation of the metamorphic rocks. Then when metamorphic rocks causes due to the high temperature, as we all know that the beneath the earth's surface the temperature exceeds even 1000 degrees Celsius. And in such condition, very high temperature, there causes the melting of the rock. The metamorphic rocks melts and forms the magma. Well, magma is nothing but the liquidification of the rocks. When due to the pressure or something, that causes the solidification of the magma due to the pressure, or maybe there are chances that the temperature might reduce when the magma starts erupting or comes from the beneath the earth along the surface of the earth, which causes solidification of that magma and causes the formation of the igneous rocks. Hence, the cycle even continues, that from igneous it causes sedimentary, then metamorphic, the formation of the magma, and erosion occurs of the igneous rock and causes the sediments, and it goes on, the process goes on from past millions and billions of the years. There is a formation of it. So thus the rocks are formed. Now let us discuss in detail each type of rock. The first ever rock discussed was igneous rock. Well, igneous rock is further classified into two types of rocks, that are extrusive and intrusive. In extrusive, there are the volcanic rocks that are formed due to the volcanoes. They are usually fine grained rocks and comes in the under the extrusive rock. Then there are plutonic rocks. Plutonic rocks are usually the coarse grained rocks. Then the size of the grains is usually higher compared to the volcanic. Well, the rocks that have formed from an originally hot molten material through the process of cooling and crystallization are usually called the igneous rock. Then the magma is a hot molten material occurring naturally below the surface of the earth is called the magma. It is called the lava when erupted through the volcanoes. As I said, there is a difference between the magma and lava. The magma is the hot molten material that comes that is formed due to the melting of the rocks, and which causes the formation of the volcanoes. When volcano erupts, the material that comes along with it, that is lava. So before the volcanoes, that is called magma, and after the eruption of the magma, the volcanoes, that is the formation of the lava. Now next, as I said, there are two types of basically volcanic and plutonic rocks that comes under the classification of the igneous rocks. Volcanic rocks that are usually formed near the surface of the earth. Near the surface of the earth, the temperature is comparatively lower, so that causes the cooling and crystallization of the lava erupted from the volcanoes. Beneath the earth's surface, the magma comes along comes about decreasing the depth, and it comes along with them towards the earth's surface, which causes the lava and causes the eruption of the volcano. The grain size of the crystals that are formed are usually very fine due to the crystallization. The rocks form very fine and they are very microscopic. So such are known as volcanic rocks. The next is the plutonic rock. The plutonic rocks are usually formed at higher depths, usually around 7 to 10 kilometers from the surface of the earth. Right. So the difference is quite higher. 7 kilometers to 10 kilometers is comparatively very higher, and in between. Sometimes in intermediate depths, the rocks that are formed that are hyperbizal. So near the surface, there will be the formation of volcanic rocks, intermediate the hyperbizal rocks, and the last one is the plutonic rocks. Usually the hyperbizal rocks are formed below the 2 kilometers, it is intermediate depth. So in this slide you can see the various pictures of the types of the igneous rock. You can see over here the granite, syenite, pegamite and diorite. They are examples of the plutonic rocks. Basically they are igneous rocks. So under the plutonic, you can see all over here there are the examples of glassy. You can see there how the rocks will be formed. From glassy it will turn to asphaltic, pennarite and pegmatic, then fluoromatic and vesicular. Such are formed from these rocks will be called based on its coarseness, how coarse the rock is. I mean, what size the rocks are they fine? Then will be like glassy. From glassy to asphaltic to pleraitic and to pegmatic, the coarseness of the rocks will increase. So here are the pictures of the examples of the igneous rocks. In the next video we will understand the other two types of rock, that were sedimentary rocks and the metamorphic rocks.